Welcome to Advanced Radar Technology. We provide utility locating and concrete scanning services. My name is Clint Perkins and I'm the president of ART. While we are located in San Diego, California, we provide our services across the United States. Our utility locating team is uniquely suited for the job, having the benefit of many years' experience safely and efficiently installing utilities. While working in the underground industry, we've been able to see firsthand the importance of properly marking out the existing utilities. Our exceptional concrete scanning services are thorough, fast, and far more affordable than traditional X-ray methods. The contractor called us out for a couple of holes that need to go through the slab here. They need them to go at the wall as close as possible. They told us that the concrete is 4 inches thick, and that's what we're seeing with our screen as well. Our goal here is to mark out anything that might get in the way of those cores so that they aren't hitting rebar or electrical conduit. As you can see, it only takes us a couple of minutes to find where the existing rebar is, and then we mark it directly on the concrete so that when the core driller comes back, it's very plain for him to see where the open areas are. Our process for scanning the walls is similar to that of the floors. We run the cart vertically to find the horizontal pieces, and we run the cart horizontally to find anything that might be running vertically through the wall. It takes us just a couple of minutes to find where the rebar is, and we verify that the rebar goes from top to bottom or how far it goes from side to side. We typically make the marks directly on the wall so that it's plain for the contractor to see where the open areas are so that they can put the holes in areas that aren't going to hit any rebar that might be in the wall. The machine will also pick up electrical conduit or any other pipes that might be running through the wall. Within a matter of minutes, we can have the whole area marked out so that holes can safely be drilled through the wall. Now that we've been able to determine where targets are in the concrete, we use an additional tool to try to narrow down what those targets might be. In most cases, we're probably looking at rebar, but this machine will allow us to be able to find existing electrical. Anything that is powered up should be found using this machinery. So we can then take our marks and say to the client, this one is an electrical conduit and this one is a rebar. Before we arrived, we had just a blank wall with no idea where anything in the wall was. Within a matter of minutes, we were able to determine where the rebar and anything else that might be in the wall that's unexpected. We're able to locate everything and mark it out in a clear fashion so that the contractor can determine the best place to drill the hole and relocate the pipe. Oftentimes the contractor calls us out because they've found what utilities they believe are in the area for their excavation, but they want us to double check with our GPR. This machine here will show us anything that's under the surface of the concrete, the asphalt, the dirt, the grass, and it'll show us between 4 feet to 20 feet depending on soil conditions. We use this machine as a way of double checking to see if there's anything that got missed with the RF locators and to verify the locations that we've already discovered with our other equipment. It's always a good idea to go over trench lines with ground penetrating radar so that you can find if there may be some underground storage tanks or perhaps even large rocks that are going to make excavation nearly impossible. Ground penetrating radar can find anything under the surface that doesn't match the density of the soil, so it's a very useful tool not only for finding things on the initial run, but also to double check the work that we've already done. This ground penetrating radar machine allows us to cover large areas in small amounts of time. When utilities are no longer metal pipes or conduits, we need to come up with some other way to locate plastic lines. Ground penetrating radar allows us to find those plastic lines buried underneath the surface. Anytime you have a water line or a sewer line that has switched from something metallic to something plastic, ground penetrating radar is the most efficient way to find it underneath the surface. Oftentimes, utilities can be found just underneath concrete surfaces. So the contractor would like us to do the concrete scanning, but also determine if there may be something that's just underneath the concrete. We have the tools and the resources and the experience to be able to locate things, whether they're in the concrete, just below the surface, or maybe a few feet below the surface. It doesn't matter if your project is in dirt, over concrete, over asphalt, in the grass. The ground penetrating radar system that we use is built with 4 off-road rugged tires, and it can go over almost any surface. It allows us to take our machine in places that many other utility locators and contractors cannot go. The most common tool for utility location is called a radio frequency line locator. We use a radio frequency line locator on any metallic pipe or conduit. There are 3 different methods for radio frequency line locating. The first is induction, where nothing is hooked on to the pipes, but you send a signal down and it attaches itself to metallic conduits. The second is an inductive clamp, where you clamp around the metallic pipe and the signal travels along the pipe. And the third is direct connect. We use all 3 when we're out there locating utilities. We use a receiver that looks in 360 degrees. So it doesn't matter which direction the pipe is running, we should be able to spot it regardless. Our transmitter submits dual frequencies onto the pipes at the same time. Our transmitter will send out 2 signals at one time, making it simple for us to change receivers. Start again. Our radio frequency transmitter transmits dual frequencies at the same time, allowing us to save countless hours because we don't have to walk back to the transmitter and change frequencies. Our receiver picks up multiple frequencies, so we again save time, which means money for the contractor. We can usually complete a job for a fraction of the cost of contractors using the old X-ray technology. So whether you're getting ready to core holes, dig trenches, set anchors, or just prove that you have rebar in your retaining wall or foundation, give us a call and see the difference. We'd appreciate the chance to earn your business.